Astronomy 102, Lab 6, Emily Paul. I'm doing my presentation on constellations. The first question you must ask is, what are constellations? Well, according to the text, constellations are groups of stars that celebrate important heroes, mythical beasts, and or gods. However, the star patterns found in constellations rarely look like the subjects it's supposed to represent. The International Astronomical Union in 1928 established that there are 88 official constellations. Asterisms. Asterisms can be found inside other constellations as they are star groups but are less formally defined. Stars found in asterisms or constellations lie approximately in the same direction from the Earth, and this is their only similarity. The brightness, their magnitude may not be similar whatsoever. It's only that they lie in the same direction, and that is why they are grouped together. Stars and constellations may not even travel in the same direction as each other, and the distance in between stars found in constellations are not uniform. They differ star to star. So let's talk about stars. Constellations and asterisms are both made up of stars. A star is a luminous celestial object, and it includes white dwarf stellar remnants. The closest star to the Earth is the Sun, and the closest star to the Sun is Proxima Centauri, which is 4.2 light years away, which is pretty far, but also pretty close. When naming stars, astronomers designate the brightest star in the constellation as Alpha. They name the second brightest Beta, and so on. Some stars are still referred to by their name given by ancient astronomers. However, most are named with the Greek letter followed by whichever constellation it falls in. This is done so information can be revealed through its name. A star's name offers clues to its location in the sky and its luminosity. You can tell a star is the brightest in a constellation if it's Beta, if it's Alpha. The ancient names, for instance, the North Star is named Polaris. This name doesn't give you much information about the star itself. So, some examples of constellations, asterisms, and stars are the Ursa Major and the Big Dipper. So, the Ursa Major is a constellation, and this constellation includes the asterism Big Dipper. As you can see right here, this is the Big Dipper. And what's interesting about the Big Dipper is this star right here is designated Alpha, but it's actually not the brightest star in the Ursa Major constellation. It's actually this star, which is represented by this epsilon, which is very interesting. I don't know why this is done. I tried looking it up, but there's information from sources saying that this is the brightest star because it's designated alpha, but there are also other sources stating this is actually the brightest star given its magnitude. So Ursa Major is a constellation that has an asterism inside of it. It's known as the Big Dipper. The Big Dipper contains 7 stars, and the whole constellation is made up of 22 formally named stars. The star Dubhe is commonly used to find the north. The star Dubhe is commonly used to find the north. The star Dubhe is commonly used to find the North Star Polaris, found in the constellation and asterism Ursa Minor and the Little Dipper. People, when they look to the sky, they'll look for the Big Dipper because it's much easier to see, and they'll see this star, Dubhe, and based on where it's pointed, they'll go and they'll try and find the North Star. The brightest star found in the constellation of Ursa Major is the star Alioth. It has a magnitude of 1.76, and it has a declination of positive 55 degrees, 57 arch minutes, 35.3627 arch seconds, and its right ascension is 12 hours, 54 minutes, and 1 second. This information is important in locating the star in the celestial sphere. They offer coordinates much like latitude and longitude do, while magnitude describes the star's luminosity or brightness. Visibility. Constellations are not always visible. Their visibility depends on the season. The Earth rotates eastward, so the sky then appears to move westward around the Earth. Because constellations are continuously moving westward, eventually they disappear below the horizon. Once they disappear below the horizon, they are not visible. Sky charts. Sky charts are essential in finding the location or where specific stars. Sky charts are essential in finding the location of constellations or specific stars. Because of the Earth's rotation, never will all of the confirmed 88 constellations will appear visible at once. It's impossible. It seems that Mars will be visible. The Pisces constellation is visible. Pegasus is visible. Capricornus is visible. Orion is visible. Stars that are closer to the east are known as rising stars, and the stars that are towards the west are known as setting stars because of the fact that constellations become invisible once they dip below the horizon, once they've moved due to the Earth's rotation. Ursa Minor is not very visible, as you can see. I it does not look like the Big Dipper is visible, but you're in luck because Aries is visible, and so is Ursa Minor. Other examples of well-known constellations are obviously the zodiac constellations. People build their entire personalities based on where the sun was when they were born. And yeah, people build their entire personalities based on the constellation the sun was in when they were born. But besides the zodiac constellations, other well-known constellations are Draco, Hercules, Cephas, Cassiopeia, Orion, Lyra. Fun fact, the hardest zodiac constellation to locate is the constellation of Cancer, because the stars found in the Cancer constellation have a low magnitude, and so they're difficult to see with the naked eye. But that is the end of this presentation. Here is the Works Cited page because that's fun, and thank you so much for watching.